Welcome to the Main Street Made Easy podcast, your home for Disney travel.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode here on the Main Street Made Easy podcast. I'm Cody. With me, like always, is my lovely wife, Emily.
Hello.
How's everybody doing? Because I know we're doing well because we're getting ready to go to Disney.
Woo!
So, yeah, we're excited. We leave in about a week and 4 days. It's like in next week. So, but yeah, we're excited. So we wanted to kind of give you an update on everything going our way. We also got some fun things going on. We're going to talk today about flights. Is it better to do early or late? Right? We're going to talk about resorts.
Types of resorts.
Yep, types of resorts and a few other things. But let's jump right in. We don't want to keep you waiting.
All the
excitement. So the biggest news we had for this past week is lightning lanes. So you got our lightning lanes because Emily, she is our Disney travel agent here. So let them know how you did.
I
guess.
crushed it. Like, if I were to do this for anyone else, I'd be so excited because I feel like it was very stressful a little bit because I'm a teacher, so I have to be at work before around 7:15. And if you listen to our last podcast, we talked about kind of the details behind booking, and you have to start at 7 a.m. So I was kind of nervous making sure that I had everything done before I had students walk in at 7:16. And the coworkers coming in and talking to me. So it was kind of a little stressful in the morning, but it was a lot of fun. So kind of giving you an update, we are starting out in Magic Kingdom, like we kind of said, because that was the cheaper option for out of the 4 days we were there. We got Peter Pan at $8.25.
One of my favorite rides.
Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, we bought the lightning lane for that. And we bought our oldest that as well. And we did Pirates at $9.25. So within a whole hour, we would be done almost 3 rides.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. And so Peter Pan's one of my favorite rides. Our oldest, she is 4. She's kind of tall for a 4-year-old, I'll say that. And she loves roller coasters.
Awesome.
So she's gonna love Snow White.
Yes.
She's gonna love that.
Can't wait.
And I'm excited.
And then Peter Pan, and then Pirates.
Pirates.
And then this might have been on my part where I kind of messed up a little bit because when I went in, I just clicked all 3 of us and then did individual and everything. And so we accidentally bought an extra lightning lane for Tron. But that's at $10.25. And then we have Winnie the Pooh to kind of wrap up our morning at Magic. And then once we go through Peter Pan, I will be on our phone booking our next lightning lane. And we'll be hopping over to Hollywood Studios because we have a reservation for Woody's Roundup, which we're excited. So then we'll kind of book more at Hollywood for the remainder of the day. But that's our top 5. And actually, if you did not know this, I couldn't have booked another individual lightning lane because I had booked 5.
Wow.
Which is pretty interesting.
Yeah, that is awesome.
And then Epcot, we got Frozen. We're going to start off the morning. We have a character breakfast with princesses that morning at 10. So Frozen at 11:35, Nemo at 12:35, Soaring at 1:35, and we had to do Guardians, but I only purchased it for Cody and I. So
yeah,
I don't know if she'd be ready for Guardians yet. So we'll see.
I don't think so.
Then we're going to kind of make our way that day over to Animal Kingdom and kind of wrap up the day there. Maybe we'll go home early. Probably.
Doubt it.
But we'll see. And then we'll get back to Hollywood Studios. We're actually going to have the next 2 mornings on Saturday and Sunday. We will actually be starting both at Hollywood Studios. And we got Toy Story Mania at 9:30. Our oldest loves the alien saucers.
Yeah, we got the alien saucer. It's funny how of all the things that's always been one. That alien saucers and teacups are her 2 favorites.
She loves it. So we got alien saucers, and our youngest is actually tall enough to ride the alien saucers this year. Yeah. So that will be fun because she's a little crazy. And then we'll be excited because she'll be able to try Slinky. And then I booked, Cody is the only one that will do it, but maybe later on we'll see because our oldest can ride Rise of the Resistance.
Oh, really?
I know that. But Cody will have that at 12. And then we'll probably book more after that at Magic because we have Crystal Palace that day. And then our last full day of actual park hopping is Hollywood Studios. We got Toy Story Mania again. We got Slinky Dog, and then we have the Little Mermaid show. So, and then we're going to bump back over to Epcot because we have a dining reservation there. And we got another set of Guardians because looking at the wait times, there's still about over an hour and a half. I haven't really seen them go down unless you're probably like during the show is probably the lowest time. So, because we love that ride, I was like, let's just do it just so that we don't have to wait in the line is kind of our big thing. But that was an exciting morning on Wednesday after booking all those.
Yeah, and if you guys didn't watch last week's podcast, one of the big things that we talked about was how to get fast passes, everything that goes into it, and really excited to get all those. So if you missed last week's podcast and you want to hear about how the heck she got every ride, it seems like every ride but Ratatouille, I feel like she got. And Ratatouille, I think we'll still be able to get late.
Oh, yeah.
So, so like I said, if you want that inside scoop, make sure you watch our last podcast because it's not really time-stamped, so it's going to work. It's going to work for you no matter when you're watching this video. And
the one thing, too, is to remember that your travel agent, whoever, even if you need a travel agent, I would love to do it, but your travel agent can do that for you. It is no cost. And we've said this before that travel agents it's not an extra fee. You are already paying for it no matter, even if you book with an agent or you don't. So it is already included in your price. So use a travel agent. If you need one, I would love to help you plan. But if you have some people, because we know a lot of people that are also them. So just kind of get that connection, and they would love to do it for you.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, we're going to get into Emily's favorite part of the day, and this is Emily's Disney trivia. Here we go.
So our theme for today is how to get to Disney and also transportation in a little bit. So I thought we would go and ask, and resorts we're talking about. So what were the first 2 resorts on Disney property that opened the same day as Magic Kingdom on October 1st, 1971?
Oh, I have no idea. The Polynesian.
Okay.
And Polynesian and I don't know. I have no idea. I'm gonna just say. Can't remember the other one. The something beach, right? What's it called?
Caribbean
Beach. Those are my 2.
Well, you got the first one right. Polynesian.
I couldn't think of the other one.
Contemporary.
I just couldn't. I could not think of that word.
Yep. So they both opened the same day as Magic Kingdom, which would make sense because they're right beside Magic Kingdom. And the Polynesian opened up with 492 rooms. Much smaller than today's version. It was still kind of built with the South Pacific theme, and it hosted the grand opening press event for it.
Okay.
Contemporary, still that A-frame.
Yeah.
Monorail running through the lobby, and it featured 655 rooms.
Nice.
All right. So now, I did say it a little bit, so we'll just see. When did the monorail open?
The monorail opened in 1989. Way later. Okay, what is it? I mean, 1979.
No.
Okay, when?
Same day Magic Kingdom opened.
Did it? Yeah, I was wondering that.
I kind of gave you a hint because I went through it.
Yeah, it goes through it. Yeah.
So the monorail opened in 1971 on the way, which would make sense because of transportation. All right.
Okay.
Now we're going to talk about food because we've talked about food a little bit. What is the most sold Disney snack?
All right. On average.
On average.
Popcorn.
No.
Pretzel.
Nope.
Oh, all right. Last gas. We don't eat it?
Nope.
Ugh. I have no idea. Like a turkey leg.
No.
I don't know what.
Dole Whip.
Dole Whip. Really?
My aunt, actually, the last time we went, it's funny. She went with us and she's like, I'm going to try Dole Whip because everyone talks about it.
Yeah.
She didn't like it.
No.
And I didn't like it either.
That's funny.
But, so Dole Whip.
Oh, I would have never guessed that.
That's not our top.
All right, well.
What is your top pick?
My top pick is snack, are we saying?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my favorite thing to have is the popcorn bucket.
Right.
But
the popcorn bucket.
Bucket.
He didn't say popcorn.
No, I just like the bucket.
Because at Christmas we bought 2.
Yeah, we did.
2.
They're awesome. We'll show them off when it comes Christmas time. I guess, I mean, can you go wrong with a soft pretzel? I don't know. That's probably one of my favorites. You know, just kind of walk around. Yeah, what's yours?
I like the pretzel, but I also have to go with the Mickey ear ice cream.
Oh, yeah, Mickey ice cream. Yeah, it just falls all apart as you're eating.
We did have a cast. Cindy dropped her completely on the ground.
Brought her a new one.
And a cast member brought her in.
Yeah, that was a class act. Yeah. All right, let's jump right into the main segments here. We're going to talk first about flights, whether we think you should do early or late. Obviously, if you have an opinion on this, you can drop a comment in our comments section, or you can shoot us an email at mainstreetmadeeasy@gmail.com. So, so we've done both. Well, we've done late. We've done
late a lot.
Yeah, we do late a lot. This time we're doing early. Like, yes, early. So I mean,
because we want it, and we'll talk about
our flight's at 6:30. 6:30. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know which one I like. The one good thing about late is you can definitely we could almost do a half day's work, or one day you did a whole day. When you're a teacher, you got off at 3. We were still able to go. But yeah. What do you think? What's the benefits?
I think the benefit right now for us as a family is that we can literally leave right away.
Mm-hmm.
And in Disney right now, the main perk, and I think it's a great perk, is that you can go to the water park the day that you check in.
Yeah.
We will be going to Typhoon Lagoon because Blizzard Beach will be closed. But I've never been to the water park.
No, me either.
So I feel like that's going to be a cool benefit. And then we're going to go to Disney Springs kind of just to have like a chill day.
Yeah.
And because we are only 2 hours away and our flight is we are 2 hours away from the airport. And then we are 2 hours away flight wise to Orlando. So by almost 9 o'clock, we will have our luggage. We will be on transportation. So I told our oldest, I was like, we'll be in Disney by the time you would be finishing breakfast at school. So I think that's going to be a great benefit. And then we don't have to have a late start, like late night, and then an early start in the morning. Because we have done that where we literally are rolling in at midnight and then we're up at 8 o'clock in the morning going. So that's kind of the nice benefit of doing a late night, that like we can work and then not waste a day. Because as a teacher, we have limit on days we need to take. So we kind of bump it up to like like Wednesday night we normally do, and then like Tuesday, like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then come back.
Yeah.
The one recommendation is if you do an early flight back home, I would not recommend doing that.
Yeah, right.
And we've talked about it.
Using Mirror's transportation.
Yeah, because they always do 3 hours before your flight, so you could get messed up if you do an early flight. Like, it is nice to get home early, but for that perk of, like, if you're in the park until midnight the night before you leave, and then you've got to be up at 3 a.m., it's going to be a long day.
It's going to be tough. Yeah. I think once I'm on the plane, I'll feel good about the early. It's like when she wakes me up like 4. I'm not looking forward to that. So I'm not looking forward to that.
Because what we're doing is we are actually staying right like a mile from the airport because we are 2 hours away. So we kind of eliminated getting up at 2 a.m. To kind of help travel. So that could be something that could help you in a situation.
Right. And then Emily's favorite part of this whole thing, and she's been doing it ever since we hit the record button here, is packing for our flight. And I mean, you would think that the flight's gonna be 17 hours long, with all the stuff that you have. But if our kids, I know what's gonna happen is if you have kids and you're watching this, Emily has coloring books, sticker books, all this stuff. But guess what they got? Tablet. So I'm sure my oldest is gonna be on her tablet the whole time.
Probably.
But we have backup.
But we do, and I think they might also still sleep. But they're
not sleeping. No. For instance, you know why they're not sleeping? Because parents out there, we could sleep in for a few minutes, and no, we were up by 6:30, and we didn't really, you know what I mean? So it's gonna be a fun time. So what would you say? What do you prefer to pack on a flight as we're, going to Disney?
I think it's kind of just being strategic. You know that as adults, the planes are normally cold, so I try to pack and make sure that the girls wear something like long sleeve, long pants. I have a blanket. Dollar Tree, I found like those fuzzy nice blankets for like $6, which I think is a great deal. Anywhere else was like 12 to even like $20, so I felt like it was really good price. They have a stuffed animal. I'll normally pack like lollipops or something for them to kind of chew on. Just because Riley, our youngest, is 2, so she does drink milk in the morning before like nap and stuff like that. But when we had the girls as babies, I would always have a bottle prepared, ready to go, and have them drink it as you were literally like done taxiing, going up, like. Because as adults, your ears pop, so as babies, and that's why when you go on a flight and you hear a baby screaming when you go up, that is why. And every single time, like, it has worked. Our girls have been good, as going. And we are taking their tablets. We're going to download, thank goodness for Disney Plus and Netflix. We'll have some new stuff downloaded. My recommendation for you is give them everything new. Which does sound like, well, they have plenty of toys, probably.
Coloring books.
Like new coloring, like something that they have not seen so that they are fixated on it.
Yeah.
Just because then they will keep doing stuff. Whereas if you already they have so much stuff that they've gone through in the coloring book, they're not going to want to do it. So that's my big recommendation. Both girls have their own backpack this time. So they're going to have their own, and then we're going to actually have that backpack with us. Filled with diapers. But I highly recommend if you have a toddler or baby, like literally as they are about to start boarding calls, I would literally put like a new fresh, like we normally did like the nighttime diapers because they last longer. We would put them in then or a pull up and they would be fresh. I've not changed either of them in a plain bathroom, and I hope that I never have to. But that is something that I recommend, like, right before you fly. We've never taken longer than a 2.5-hour flight anyway, so we haven't done a long period of flying. So I apologize if you're watching this and you have a 4-hour flight. I can't help you.
Yeah. I mean, I still think the biggest thing is just you're so right on the new stuff. You know what I mean? Just trying to make sure, like, when you give it to them, it's almost like a present.
Yeah.
So hopefully it keeps their attention for a little bit longer. At least until you're in the sky. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Takeoff is the hardest part. Once you're in the sky, you can kind of, it's like a car ride. You know what I mean? So, we're excited for it. We'll let you know how the early flight goes since we've never done this early of a flight. Luckily, our kids are early people, so I'm pretty much the only one not. So I'll let you know. Moving on, we're going to talk about the differences between on-site and off-site resorts, the perks of both. I think we've only done on-site. When I was growing up, and we went in the year 2000, I know we did not stay on-site. We stayed off-site. That being said, most of that information is outdated. So the biggest thing I like about on-site for me is transportation. That's the biggest thing. Like, I know no matter what, I can get to a park. No matter what, when the park closes, I have a ride home.
Yeah.
Now, that being said, I mean, there is some limits of where I can go when I'm in Orlando. But normally when we're there, we're so busy, we're not leaving like Disney area.
The first time we did that was this past February.
Yeah, we went to the outlet store. So that's kind of my biggest thing. Another big one for me is I really like the Skyliner. You know what I mean? And that goes along with, transportation. So the only problem is this time we're staying at Coronado Springs, and we don't have that anymore. Basically, all we have is buses there, right?
But we can use the Skyliner when we're
Right. I know that. Yeah, I know. But so that's my biggest thing. I mean, and you got the free parking at the resorts if you need it. Obviously we are taking a car, so we're using Disney transportation the whole time. Is there any more perks that I'm forgetting about? I can't think of.
I think that you have sometimes that like with Disney, like the early access in the park. At like, so if Magic Kingdom opens now at 8 a.m., you can get in at 7:30. So there is some big perks with that.
Yeah.
If you stay, which we'll talk about this in a moment, more of the upper scale of the top liner, you actually get longer times in the park, which I don't know how they check that sometimes.
Yeah, I mean,
but
you're paying that much more. You think you'd want to be at the resort, right?
Yeah, true. But there are not, the one downfall with this is that you are not provided like breakfast, food, or anything. Like you do have
complimentary breakfast.
But I will say that I feel like they are starting to grow the different options. I'm excited because at Coronado Springs, they've got a lot of options where I feel like Pop Century, it's very limited to one.
Yeah.
And like the pool bar, like it was like the main, like right by the store. But that's a great perk, that you do have food always there, and like it's pretty late.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's something. But we also, you do get early access, I think, sometimes, and I think just the convenience, like you said.
Yeah, and now if you're watching this and you always do offsite, I mean, there are some perks there. Obviously, you can price check a lot more. You can stay probably a lot cheaper. Not a lot cheaper. I bet you could save $50 to $75 a night, which if you're staying for a whole week or 10 days, that's quite a bit. So you definitely have that. But and obviously you might have your complimentary breakfasts. I don't even know if that's how you say breakfast, but anyway, it's okay. And then you can also go to the different places around Orlando, probably much easier, like Universal or I guess SeaWorld, stuff like that. So there's some fun things there that you could definitely be able to do just because you're staying offsite.
I think it also, too, is that there are some of the nicer resorts, and like as you go into the different categories, there's other options for bigger parties. I think that's a big thing where a lot of people are starting to travel more with extended families as Disney has been a part of their lives. So I know that there are some people that have, like, I know that some of your family members, they do the, what's it called?
Like the Hyatt or something?
No, not the Hyatt, but like where they're a part of an affiliation.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
But like they already have points built up and so much points that they can literally stay for free. So then they can be able to do more park days or something like that. A lot of the close by, and they call it the Disney neighborhood resorts, they still have that free transportation too. But they also offer, and some Disney resorts offer this too, but they have their own kitchen. So I know a couple of my friends, what they do is they stay there because they have a kitchen. They can cook lunch, they can cook breakfast, lunch, dinner. They can go back and forth, and it's a lot cheaper than spending all their money for breakfast, lunch, and dinner at the resort. So I think it has the feel, and especially if you are driving or if you even live closer, it might be a better option, just so that you're not spending all of it on like a hotel.
Yeah. So, and then, so there's a ton of different types of resorts that you can have just on the Disney World campus here. One of the ones that we stay at is more of the value resorts, and that's we love Pop Century. We've stayed at Pop, All Star Music, and All Star Sports. Those are the three that we've stayed at. This time we're going to Coronado Springs. You've been there before, but I've never been there. So I'm excited for that. There's obviously a ton of them. You just got to find what's right for your family. For me, it's not what's right for my family. It's where are we going to be during our stay? Basically, that means we're never at the resort ever. So basically,
we might go back and take a bath.
Yeah, right. So I mean, that's the biggest thing there is trying to figure out what you want for resort wise.
Yeah.
But anyway, so there's a ton of resort options. What do you have for like value resorts?
So I like it just because, like you said, like we're not really there that whole time, but I also feel like it's more Disney or it's more family oriented where you're gonna see family. So if you are like, I hate to say it, but you're a married couple, you don't want to, like, you like parks, you like rides, like, you might like these resorts. I feel like out of all these like valued resorts, Pop Century, like we said, it's fun and it's themed by decades, but it's not Disney.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. But like I feel like All-Star Movie, that is very Disney. Art of Animation is a valued resort, and that's like, it's incredible like what they've done in that one. Like each room is themed based upon the room. And then All-Star Sports, like it's each building is a different themed sports.
Yeah.
And then music is like different types of genres. So I feel like those are a budget for families that are trying to go maybe for the first time, or they have kids that love sports. So like that's a great option. Like I felt like we were probably going to go to Art of Animation if we didn't go to Coronado. But I felt like our girls would be, I think they would like Art of Animation now because they're starting to like the different movies. Yeah. So I feel like I wouldn't spend Art of Animation if you were a newlywed couple. Yeah. I'm sorry, but like that's probably not going to be your like favorite option to go to.
Yeah. So like the pros of this is obviously low nightly rates. It's very Disney, most of them. Food courts have a lot of kids options, so that's huge, and it's all like pretty much quick service. And then obviously Art Animation and Pop Century both have the Skyliner. The cons is the rooms are smaller, so they're about 260 square foot, give or take. You have the outdoor hallways, so basically it's going to be a little chilly, or hot, or
in Florida.
No. But yeah, and then obviously the biggest one is because of that, it can be noisy. There's a lot of kids. So it's very much, there's going to be a ton of kids at those type of places, but it's fun. And also you're at Disney. If you don't want a lot of kids, maybe don't come to Disney. Yeah, Moving on to the moderate resorts, this is more the mid-range prices. This is to me perfect for families that of two or more, because you have a little bit more space. The amenities are a little better. Atmosphere is quieter, but you know what? It kind of feels a little more upscale. Yeah. I feel like there's a bigger jump from moderate to your cheaper resorts to moderate than it is from moderate to like high end, especially on the outside of it. So anyway, yeah. So we got Coronado Springs, Caribbean Beach. You got Port Orleans and Port Orleans French Quarter. The pros here, obviously, is the rooms are a little bit bigger than the values. The dining options are usually much better. Right? So Coronado Springs has like, I can't remember how many restaurants, like six or seven. So we're pretty excited about that. The theming is a pro for some and not a pro for the others. So you got Caribbean islands, New Orleans, Spanish themed at the Coronado. So you got all these. But for me, the only thing I'm nervous about because we're staying at Coronado is I like the Disney theme. Yeah. I like it being very Disney because if I want to go to a Spanish style hotel, then I'll just go to Mexico, like actual Mexico. So, but it's okay. So
that's an option.
Yeah, right. So that's kind of where I stand on that. Obviously some of the moderates, they have like the boat rides to Disney Springs, which is Port Orleans, and the Caribbean Beach, Coronado Springs have the Skyliner access to central location. So basically, there is a lot of pros, right, to stay at.
And it's places. Not a big jump either.
Yeah, right.
Like,
true.
So when booking for a couple of families that I've had, they're actually doing. So I had a family that in March, they went last year and they stayed at Pop. But then this year they wanted to kind of like go to like a little bit more upscale, but not as many kids. And I think the big option with this is that you have a bigger space, and that's where it spreads out a lot. Where I feel like as the value resorts, they're very close together, like not far from each other. But looking at, and I remember we've stayed, as a kid, I stayed at Coronado Springs with my family, and then we stayed at Caribbean Beach. And if you are not like in the preferred area, it is a far walk.
Yeah.
And the only other thing is we remember, and we'll probably talk about this in the next coming podcast, is that your value resorts are normally one bus stop.
Yeah.
Whereas Coronado and Caribbean, it's multiple bus stops within your park, in your resort. So like you could get on the bus at 7:30, but you might not even leave your resort until 7:45 because they have to get all the way around all the bus stops. So I feel like if you are trying to get as much in, then maybe staying at a moderate resort, or if you have slow moving people, it might not be a good option. But it has its perks where it's if you have like older children, like middle school, high school kids, like that might be something fun. And they have like quieter pools where there are some where I feel like the value resorts, they don't. Like,
Yeah.
the pools are very busy.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, there's a ton going on here with the different types of resorts. You also have your deluxe resorts, right? This is the most expensive option. And this is like if you want luxury at Disney, which you do you. Obviously, it's more convenience. Also, you're pretty close to a lot of the parks with this, right? And as Emily would say, you get the full Disney resort experience, as your travel agent would say. Now here we're talking about the contemporary Grand Floridian, Polynesian, Animal Kingdom Lodge, Beach Club Boardwalk, in Wilderness Lodge. A lot going on here. This is the biggest rooms. They some sleep up to 5 people. Top tier restaurants and lounges, which means you'll be paying top tier for those restaurants and lounges.
So those Mickey waffles will be probably $20.
Yep. Close proximity to the park. So you do have the monorail, right? And you can walk to Epcot or Magic. You got stunning theming. You can watch animals at Animal Kingdom Lodge. That sounds cool. And then spas, fitness centers, character dining, and obviously better pools, I guess. So the cons here are obviously the price tag is several $100s per night, and right. So and it's much more adult themed, so less playful. You know what I mean? So that being said, if anybody wants to gift us a 7-night, we'll still take it.
Or you want to book one, I would love to, because the commission on that is
so to me, this would be perfect if it was just me. You know what I mean? So that it would be perfect. I would not want to. For me, I don't want to take my 2-year-old there because I just feel like they're gonna break something. Something's gonna happen where it's gonna cost me more money. Also, I don't need a slice of pizza that costs $35 that they will only take 2 bites out of. Now, if I know me and you are going, and I know we're gonna have an amazing like snow crab dinner or something, heck yeah, we'll do that. But I mean, that's how I feel about it. What are you thinking?
I also think too, I think it's for the families that don't go all the time.
That's true. That's very
I
good.
feel like that could be something that, like, if you were somebody that would say every 5 years.
Yeah.
Or, like, we're going to go with, like, go with my parents. Like, and then do a big family trip over, like, I don't know. I feel like that's something that, like, because I have a friend that, like, they only stay at the Polynesian. Like, that's the only place they stay. So I feel like that's something that, like, but they don't go every year.
Yeah.
The other thing too is there's a lot of if you want to be a part of the character dinings, you do have that. So like at Polynesian is the Ohana, Contemporary is Chef Mickey. So like you are spending that much money, but you also are seeing all the characters. So like maybe that might be a better option for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I also think too, it's not the Polynesian. It's which one has the gingerbread house?
Can't remember. We've been there every time.
We have.
I just can't remember which one it is. You don't have the gingerbread house this year, though, guys.
No.
Because they are refurbishing. Just like, I hate to get on the Tarrant, but just like Disney's refurbishing apparently everything at the same time. So I'll let it go.
We have plenty of things.
I'll let it go.
But I think you have a lot more different options at those.
Yeah. Yes.
Maybe one time we'll stay there.
Yeah, so definitely.
We'll be visiting the Polynesian, though.
Yes, we will, because Ohana, right?
Yep.
So definitely let us know. Drop us a comment or an email and let us know where do you like to stay. If you have any questions, you can definitely still always email us at mainstreetmadeeasy@gmail.com. If you have any topics that you want us to make sure we hit on, please message us about that also. Remember, Emily's at Blue Crab Travel. She can do all your Disney travel needs. Basically, what's that? That's Disney trips, Disney resorts, Disney cruises, pretty much anything you need. And remember, we are on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. If you would, please subscribe. Also, share with your friends, share with anything. Emily is on social media on Emily at Blue Crab Travel.
And our TikTok.
Is TikTok.
New.
Because we're hip. We're parents that are hip. And I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what all the kids say now. Actually, they all say, 6, 7, and they don't even know what that means.
No, it's so.
It's so. Yeah, so whatever. So anyway, so in case, you wanted to get on the in, we helped you out.
With the T.
That's old. Yeah, so.
No, it's not.
Anyway, thank you so much for joining us here on another podcast on Lead Chickens. we can't wait to see you next time. See you guys.
Bye.